Most people haven't been able to beat 99 nights in the forest. So I'm going to show you 10 tips on how to do that. The first tip is how to get a huge amount of wood early on in the game. And you're going to want to do that by collecting each of the saplings you get from each tree. Alright, so I collected about 5 saplings, and what you're going to want to do is pile them kind of on top of each other. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can plant all of them right next to each other, which will give you a ton of wood. But while we wait for that, I'm just going to go do other things. Alright. I just looted a whole bunch of stuff, and as you can see, I have very little wood, but I got a ton of scrap. And I did this on purpose, because when this grows, we're gonna get a ton of wood all at once. And just so you know, whenever it hits daytime, that's when the tree starts to grow. So as you can see here, it took 2 days for it to grow. The first day, it just gets a little bit bigger, and then the second day, it actually grows into the full tree. So now you could chop them down all at the same time. Alright, last tree, and there we go. But we didn't just get a ton of wood. First, I'm going to collect all that wood and put it over here, but you can actually reuse this setup over and over again. Whenever you get all the wood out, just place the saplings right back in the same area, and then just do what you were doing. Go get more scrap, and then you'll have a ton of wood here. And see, look, 26 wood, 27 scrap. Perfect. But now we're gonna go find where the first kid is, which is important for showing you tip number 2. Using your axe or a katana or a spear if you have one, spear and katana being the best for this, you can actually make it so that when you hit stuff with melee, they won't be able to hit you back. Because right here, it hit me back, but if I camera lock, walk backwards and in a circle, it literally can't hit me. Nothing can hit me. See, like I'll come over here, walk backwards and in a circle, boom, super easy. And then the last wolf, just do the same thing, backwards and in a circle, didn't even get hit once. So we can just get the first kid really easily. Alright, first kid has been rescued. But what's a lot harder is to find the second, third, and fourth kids, because they're a lot farther out, and you only get somewhat of a direction to follow them, and you're looking at the underneath of the arrow, so it is kind of hard. But there's actually a very cheap trick to get around this. You're going to want to get the crafting bench too, which you're going to need anyway, and then you're going to get the compass. And I'm also going to get the sundial just for convenience, because it is nice to know when nighttime's coming. I like to place them behind the map as well, just so that they're kind of like out of sight. But now you could see at the top right of my screen, the kid is on the compass. So I can just follow the compass and go straight to her without worrying about finding her, getting lost, maybe going the wrong direction. It's just super easy. Yep, and just like that, we found it. So again, I can do the walking backwards and in a circle trick, and it works pretty nice. Alright, you know what? Do it with one animal at a time. This monstrosity is not worth fighting. Alright, my trees grew back, so I can just really easily chop them down again. And now I have a ton of wood. And then you just keep doing this, and you'll have pretty much all the wood you need if you use enough saplings. Just like that, 45 wood. Sir, you don't fit through the door. Alright, well, I'll see you later. But here's the thing. Now that you've got the second kid, you don't want to have to just continually cook a bunch of steaks or a bunch of cooked meat, because it takes a long time for not that much hunger. Instead, you're going to want to do tip number 4, which gives you a pretty much unlimited food source. All you have to do is get 2 farm plots. You can place them down wherever you want, but I like to put them right here. Then get crafting bench 3, which you're going to need anyway. And then make yourself a crock pot. And I like to put it right next to the farm plots. And once these carrots grow, which is about every 2 days, you'll be able to put them right into the crock pot and get stew, which gives you the most hunger out of any food item in the game. But if you really don't want to wait, you can go ahead and get some carrots around your base. And then once you have however many you need, you just put the 3 of them into the little pot, and this thing gives you so much hunger. It has 4 hunger bars. If I drop it, it has 4 of the little forks and knives, and if you eat that, it gives you half of your entire hunger bar, which is insanely high. But not only that, it goes in your inventory, so you could literally go loot the stronghold. You can go wherever you want on the entire map and have as much food as you need. But here's the thing about the stew. You can actually make multiple at the same time. First, I'm gonna start out by making 1 stew, which is what you usually have to do for this trick. Then you're gonna get all of your carrots, as many as you can carry. Then you're gonna come right up to the pot, so your bag is right over it. You're gonna pick up the stew and quickly drop all your carrots in there. Well, I just did that terribly. I'm gonna go get 3 more carrots to make up for that. Alright, so now I'm gonna move my mouse out the way. As soon as you pick up the stew, move your mouse, and then drop all your carrots into the stew. Just like this. Perfect. They're all in the pot. And then we're gonna go just loot up. Literally, just go loot up, do whatever you want. Alright, it's turning nighttime, so we're gonna head back to the base. Got a decent amount of loot. Not too much, though. Oh, great. That's not good. Stay back, please. Sir, I don't want a high five. No, I don't want a high five. No, sir. Maybe a fist bump, okay? But not anymore. All right, fine. You don't want to listen? Fine. Leave. No, I'm not giving you a double high five neither. You can leave. That's what I thought. No, that's not, sir, buddy, pal. Okay. But now that we're back at the base, I could pick up 2 stews at the same time. And it makes another one pretty much immediately just because my carrots are in there. And sometimes when doing this trick, I literally come back to like 5 stews stacked on top of each other. But right now, I don't have too much wood. I have enough scrap for a lifetime, but not too much wood. So this next tip is going to show you how to get a ton of wood and scrap. First, we're going to use our boost pad. You don't have to use this. I'm just using it for the sake of convenience. And you're going to go to houses like these ones, because in them they have chairs. Pick up all 3 of these, and each of these counts as 5 wood in the crafting bench. So look, I have 6 wood, now I'm going to have 21. Got a bunch of wood just like that. But if you want to get scrap, there is a way to do that as well, using the same style of chairs. And there it is. If you can find a hospital just like this one, you'll not only get loot, but a ton of scrap. And that's because behind the front desk here, you'll find 2 metal chairs usually, each of them with the 3 scrap icon. You can also get the lockers, get a broken fan and a bandage, need that. So I'm going to take my 2 chairs, we should go from 57 to 67, just like that. So if you do see chairs, pick them up, because they are worth a lot of wood and scrap. Now this next tip will probably be one of the most helpful, especially if you're going to loot strongholds. Now most people use the rifle because it is better, it's a lot stronger. Let's say you have a bunch of leftover revolver ammo. What do you do with it? Well, let's say you want to shoot anybody. I have my revolver right now in my 5th slot. So what I'm going to do is shoot, switch to the item next to it, or really any item, it doesn't matter. Just anything other than the revolver, and then shoot again, which results in this. Super fast shooting, and you can kill someone really quickly. So if I want to shoot this guy over here, I'm just going to do exactly that. Then we can shoot this guy before he could even shoot back. But that is super useful if you want to use your revolver rounds. Oh nah, that is not fair to happen at the exact same time. No, the logs are wet. Dude, that could have been bad. So bad. Like the worst possible thing for this entire video. That was close. Why is it always gotta be Oh, what do you mean you're hungry now? Dude, does he get hungry every time the campfire runs out? That is very good information to know. But if your campfire keeps running out, here's what you do. This next tip is where you get the oil drill, and instead of putting it just anywhere, what you want to do is you want to face the campfire and have like this tiny bit of a gap in between you and the campfire, or really the oil drill and the campfire, so that this big box section, you can see on this side it's a rectangle, but on this side it's like a little door. You have that door facing the campfire so that every time it drills a new oil barrel, it lands directly on the campfire and you don't even have to do anything. But for now, I'm using wood to start it. And it's still oh, well that works. One more tip is that if you're having a raid being done on your campfire, you can just loot anything you want. The deer doesn't come after you because he's stuck all the way over at your campfire, so you can do pretty much anything as long as you have a good flashlight. And I mean, some wolves might attack you, but that happens all the time. All right, we just got a ton of stuff, and it's about to be the 2nd night in a row I'm out here. Now this time I don't have raiders coming to my base, so I kind of do need to go home, or I could hide in the house, but I already have enough stuff. Okay, perfect. The oil barrel is just about to be done, and it should just pop right out and go right on the fire. There we go. Literally perfect. All right, just got the 4th kid. Excuse me, that's not the safest place you could put your tent. All right, and for this last tip, it's like 2 tips in 1, basically showing you how to kill enemies as safely as possible in the stronghold. So if you're not very good at the walking backwards in a circle strategy, you can instead just do this with whatever gun you may have. So walk in, walk out. Always gotta do that first because these guys spawn and will hit you pretty hard. But what you want to do is shoot around corners whenever possible, because if they can't see you, they won't attack you. But if the tip of your gun is poking out behind the corner or whatever you're using, they won't even attack you. They won't even know you're there. So you could do this super safely. Like I'm talking, it's insane how easy this is. Again, if they spawn on the left side here, just like this, easiest thing in the world. And there we go, first level done. And for up here, I like to use this corner. If you just shoot around it, they literally don't see you. Now when you kill all the enemies by this door, they're gonna spawn over on the side. But again, using this wall here, poke the gun out just to the side. Make sure you're not showing your body, just like this. This looks good. Just poke your camera around like this, and you can shoot all of them. Or at least I think all of them. Might have to move a little bit more to get this guy. Little bit more. There we go, perfect. And then lastly, do the same thing for all the enemies over there, just like this. And you've cleared all of level 1 and level 2. But level 3, it's really hard to do. For level 3, I like to do something a little bit different just because with these stairs here, you can't really shoot nobody. The stairs are in the way, the gun won't do it. If I try like this, still doesn't work. So instead, I try to get their attention, just like this. And then I lead them down the stairway, and I trail them all the way out the building. So I start right here, then I'll take them down the stairway, try not to have them hit me, but when I'm in these long sections like the first floor here, I could shoot them like that. That way they can never hit me and I can shoot them all I want. So again, let me bring these guys down with me, see if I can get one shot off, bring him down, and then like this, perfect. And there's this guy who got stuck, bring him down here. Wow, I'm on day 98. Almost perfect timing. Shoot him once, or if I want to, I can go around like this, and that'll be quicker to get back up to the 3rd floor. And then for these guys who were just shooting, just hit them a couple times and then jump away. There we go. So this guy's coming after me. We're gonna shoot him once, take him around this corner. I don't like to shoot on the stairway. There we go. Now these guys are a little bit different. You can do a corner shot like this and get all 3 of them. Or I guess there's 4 of them. There we go. Now there's gonna be a few more spawning over here. Just do the same thing. Try to get a shot off right here, then go down the stairway. Are there any more? There are 2 up there, but for some reason on the last wave, you only need to kill the enemies that spawn here. So even though this guy may be attacking me, I'm just gonna focus on the archers because that's all I really need to do. Got this one, and then I should be able to get this one. See, look. He just despawns. I don't know why that works. Maybe it's a glitch, but now we can loot the entire stronghold. So in summary, shoot people around corners, and when you can't, take the same path that I did all the way down to the bottom, and maybe even outside if you have to, in order to shoot them without getting hit. And there we go. Day 99 in about 90 minutes. It did take me quite a while because I was explaining a lot of things, but if you follow these 10 tips, or really a bunch of tips that I put in this video, you should be able to hit day 99 pretty easily. And then you get to see this cutscene where the deer opens a little sewage drain, looks back, and then disappears. The biggest cliffhanger of 2025. Big news for the unemployed, not gonna lie. Thanks for watching, subscribe, and click on this video here.